this. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just a stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now he's on the data. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry here for Todd Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
McKinnon. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Watch it now, Barney!
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll drop to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
They'll look to set up his blockers. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. First down, Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Garoppolo on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
11.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Pass incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
12, 12.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
180.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more after this. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
120.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. It's Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Reuben Foster picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
21. Black 80! Black 80!
Garoppolo again here on second and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 7. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second and goal from inside the 5.
21.
They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a third and goal here. Now they try the right side here. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. They'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 37. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now back to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure
All
here.
right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
And the blitz does come. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Gun! Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dumps it off to Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Now McCoy. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They come out here, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. It's their quarterback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are in for 6.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find the crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Garoppolo, screen play, McKinnon. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's McCoy. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it a 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
You got 4.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll set up to throw, and they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. Had a first down on that last catch as well. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. This give is to McCoy. A gain of 11 and a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. A dump down to McKinnon. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's got this down to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
21.
Play action. Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Set. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
The give to McCoy. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Back to throw. And he'll jack this one down to McCoy. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This time, the extra point up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
11.
Garoppolo to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Los Angeles, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1 and 5 now. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
man. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, yeah. You from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle. LAD low to the tat. I go back at the. They all from that. Yeah. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. Yeah. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Ladies, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a cave back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they spamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jungle, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with it.